20 years ago today, U.S. and coalition troops rolled into Iraq after an intense air campaign the night before, clearing the way for the massive ground invasion. Based, we later learned, on faulty intelligence and analysis that Saddam Hussein had hidden weapons of mass destruction. Despite the deep scars from 2 decades of war, Iraq has returned to life with a new generation of Iraqis seeing hope and promise. NBC News chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel, who spent so many years covering the invasion and the war to follow, is back in Baghdad with more.
The United States invaded Iraq 20 years ago today, launching what would become an 8-year war. Now, Iraq is finally springing back to life. The old bazaars are bustling again, and American troops have been replaced by American tourists.
It was great to interact with these lovely people. They were so kind.
This group is traveling all across the country without security. It's no longer needed.
Okay, let's go.
Yalla.
The cradle of civilization is inviting the world back.
I love it.
Photos are no problem. Iraqis are delighted tourists are returning.
And what do you think so far? How's this experience?
People are so friendly. I was not expecting them to be so friendly. I mean, they really are very, very kind. And they'll ask if you're American, and they say, I love you.
This would have been unthinkable not long ago. In 2007, at the peak of the civil war unleashed by the American invasion, this bazaar was obliterated by a suicide bomber. Dozens were killed. Iraq still has deep scars from the war. Tens of thousands lost their lives. The country remains deeply corrupt, and the government is dominated by Iraq's neighbor, Iran. But there are signs of hope. Saddam Hussein's former lakefront palace is now the American University in Baghdad. All classes are co-ed, all taught in English.
And Richard Engel joins us now. Richard, that excerpt of what you had posted is just remarkable. So what are the biggest cultural changes you've seen over the years and now dramatically for the rest of us 20 years later?
So the cultural changes here couldn't be more profound. Under Saddam Hussein, culture was quite homogenous. There was one kind of culture, and that culture was obedience to the dictator. It was a largely secular society. There was not a major discrimination against women beyond the sort of prevalent chauvinism that is prominent in many parts of the Middle East. But it wasn't the Taliban. It wasn't Al-Qaeda. As long as you obeyed Saddam Hussein and kept your head down, the Iraqi government didn't bother you. But it was easy to upset Saddam Hussein. So the culture here was more like North Korea. You had to follow the state line and you had to obey. Then the American troops arrived and unleashed a civil war, and society changed dramatically yet again. People were afraid. Women started wearing the veil, not because they were necessarily more religious, but because they were afraid of all of these religious militias that started taking over. So for women to wear a black abaya or a headscarf was almost like a way to disguise themselves, to be invisible, to blend into the crowd so that the militias that were running the show here wouldn't take much notice of them. Now that the civil war is gone, American troops have left. There are still militias here. There's still a lot of Iranian influence. But now that the violence level is much, much lower, Andrea, you can get an Uber in this city and drive around. Imagine that, a foreigner. I spoke to foreigners yesterday. On their phone, they call up Kareem. It's the local Uber service. Car comes up, and you go from here to another part of the city. Shia, who were at the center of the sectarian war in this country. Shias could never go to Fallujah, which was a hardline Sunni city. I spoke to a young Shia man the other day. He said he was going to Fallujah to have a barbecue. That kind of thing just blew my mind when I heard it. So there are profound changes. Now, culturally, Iraqis are starting to come out and express themselves. Women wearing what they like, saying what they like, feeling much more confident. So we are at the start of a new phase for Iraq after 20 tumultuous years, to put it lightly.
And Richard, it's just astonishing. But one aftermath is that Iran is empowered.
So that is still the big lingering problem here. There are really two main issues remaining. One, profound corruption. Iraq is a rich country. At least it has a lot of resources, oil primarily, but there is a tremendous amount of poverty here. The oil wealth is being dominated, controlled by a certain elite group, political powers, a lot of them dominated by Iran, the Iranian-backed militias. You don't see them much on the streets, but they are a heavy presence here. And actually, there's a good example of where I'm standing right now. This square sort of encapsulates everything. This was the square, and Andrew, I'm sure you remember it from that night 20 years ago, where Saddam Hussein's main statue was, the giant, larger-than-life statue. It used to be right here, and now it's gone. All there's left is just a tiny piece of the base. But what is in this square now is a huge billboard of Qasem Soleimani and overlooking Jerusalem, and that shows the change in power here, the change in influence. Saddam is gone. There was a civil war, and now this late Iranian general, he was killed by a U.S. drone strike, is overlooking this square. So the corruption remains a problem. The Iranian influence remains a problem. But the people here are starting to feel more confident, certainly more free, able to express themselves. Young people are signing up in record numbers for the American University that you showed a little bit of before. So we will see. We will see where this can go. Can they get beyond the Iranian influence? Can they get the corruption under control? Certainly for now, they have managed to tamp down the violence, and that has profoundly changed things.